guys, so this is going to be the start of a series called Why I Love, which is pretty self-explanatory. I'm just going to explain why I love a certain game or series. To introduce this, I'm going to start with Resident Evil, one of the most revolutionary and iconic video game series of all time. I haven't played all of and what makes the series great. So the first one I played was Resident Evil 5. And I don't really care for it anymore. This is my first Resi game, but probably my least favorite compared to other games in the series. It's basically trying to be an action game rather than a horror game. And yeah, I was scared to play it at first, but only because of the back of the case that described the game. The game itself isn't scary at all. Fortunately for 7 or 8-year-old me, that it wasn't scary, but a Resident Evil game should scare the pants off someone that age. The prize what made Resident Evil. Sure, 4 isn't scary, but it's still good and one of the best Resi games. But I should probably explain what makes a Resident Evil game and why I love them. Number 1, being scary. This is a no-brainer. The games put you in a tense, eerie environment where you feel powerless. Sure, you have a gun, but you don't feel like you have control because you can easily run out of ammo if you go guns a-blazing. Speaking of which, that leads me to number 2, item management. You can't just have everything. You have to be strategic and think about what you're going to use and if you should take it or just leave it. Which leads to number 3, decision making. You have to decide, should you kill an enemy or just leave them? Should you waste an item or should you save it? Should you save your progress or not? Even though that gets taken out in 4, you don't have to have an ink ribbon to save anymore. But in Resident Evil 7 and 2 remake, you can put on hard difficulty, so you do need an item to save. So you can technically still have that. I don't know about in 5 and 6 though. I don't remember seeing any difficulty options for you to do that. But anyway, it makes the experience more tense and every action impactful. 5 just doesn't capture the feel of Resident Evil. I don't think it's a bad game, but it's not Resident Evil. So it's not a bad game in general, just a bad Resident Evil game and a bad horror game all around, if that makes any sense. The game definitely can be a lot more enjoyable if you have someone with you. Definitely a lot more fun, but don't play this game alone. The Sheva's AI is just trash. It's trash, man. If you don't have friends, this game might be a lot harder to enjoy for you. Moving on to my second game, called Veronica. I played this when I was like 9 or 10 after buying a Dreamcast off my cousin, and I didn't even get my first zombie. That's right, I was too scared to even get to my first enemy. I went up the stairs and quit after that, or I quit after seeing the first zombie. and I never picked it up again. That's what a Resident Evil game should do to a child. Make them terrified and not want to play this game anymore. But don't worry, I do plan on buying the digital version on PlayStation later this. Resident Evil 6. If you thought Resident Evil 5 strayed too far away from the series, oh boy, wait till you get 6. I got this on Christmas of 2013 along with Call of Duty Ghost, and honestly, you could have told me that they were in the same series and I would have believed you, because this game feels like it's directed by Michael Bay, and we all know what happens when you let that man direct a beloved franchise. The game is definitely not as good as others, and I don't really see myself playing it again because I threw away my copy of the game. It was spring cleaning, so I had to throw out the garbage. So I can't really recommend it, but if you want to, then go ahead. But I do not see myself trying to buy a copy of this to play again to see if I like it. Operation Racoon City. This game is bland and generic. Don't play it. There's nothing original about it. It's literally just a shooter based in Resident Evil 2. And why is this guy taking a zombie hostage? I think maybe you could do that in the game. Really, the only reason I even got this game is it had Resident Evil on it. Next up is Resident Evil Revelations. I rented this game at Redbox and got scared when the BOWs threw the girl you see when you first get on the ship on the glass. And fun fact, I thought they killed my partner because I wasn't paying attention because I thought that was the only other person on the ship. But yeah, I just stopped playing it. But I did re-download it on my Xbox One because it's on Xbox Game Pass. And it's decent so far. Nothing too crazy, but it's fine. If you want to, yeah, go ahead. You can get it. It's free for Xbox Game Pass, so you're not really gonna lose anything. And then there's Resident Evil 4. When I first played the Xbox 360 version of the game, I found it too hard because I couldn't get past with the villagers. And then you got the chainsaw guy whose name I forgot. It was Dr. something. But when I got the Xbox One port, oh my god, I love this game. It really succeeds with Leon as a character. It isn't as scary, but the environment and characters are awesome. There's a gothic atmosphere. The enemies are fantastic. There's so many great moments, like the fighting El Gigante, the Krauser boss fight, the executioner. But in that boss fight, you either have to freeze him and then shoot at him. I think it's possible to take him down then, or you can just wait until the elevator comes. but it is pretty tough to kill him, so it's probably better that he does it's probably better that you do just hold out. But you better hope you brought enough ammo kill you, so you better hope to God you have enough ammo. And there's also that one boss fight in the cage. I think it's like it's either another executioner, like a worm-like monster. I forgot. But yeah, that one's pretty tense too. You have to open doors, open buttons, try to escape, and get all in time before the cage falls down, which is very tense, and you have to think quick and on your feet. And yeah, the weapons, the upgrades, and the merchant. The merchant is hands down the best Resident Evil character. How could you not like this game? 10 out of 10. But then there's Ashley. And she can be, and a lot of people find her annoying. She will constantly call out your name if she gets caught, and an ear-piercing cry. And you have to watch out for yourself and her, but it can add more of the experience to it. More of a stressful experience to it. Resident Evil 7. It should be a crime that I only got this game for $20. This game took the series back to its roots after the disaster that was Resident Evil 6. I love this game. You're bumbling around the estate with the Baker family chasing you down. Jack being the scariest one, in my opinion. When you first go up against him, you're defenseless and you have to get away. And you're completely powerless. And even when you do have the means to defend yourself, the second time you encounter him, you can't kill him because he can regenerate and he just keeps chasing after you. But when you do meet him again, you have an epic chainsaw fight with him. A chainsaw fight. Now, there's plenty of horror to make you on the edge. and leave you uncomfortable. And this game is just what the series needed. Too bad we'll probably never see any of the original characters in the game. I mean, besides obviously the ones who die, like the Baker family, but I mean like Ethan and Zoe. We'll probably never see them again. And Mia, technically in the canon ending of the game, spoiler, in the canon ending of the game, I think she's dead, because you have the bad ending is the canon one. But yeah. Now we have Resident Evil 1 HD and Resident Evil 0 HD. I need to buy these again because I never finished them. I didn't get that far into them, but I need to get them again. But Resident Evil 1 gives you the classic experience. There's no hand-holding, and everything is pretty much up to you. Where you need to go, where to find how to solve puzzles, how are you going to use your items. It doesn't tell you where to go. It doesn't tell you what items you need. You have to find it all by yourself. It was probably a pain to do that back then. But probably once you beat it, I imagine a lot of people know the entire Spencer Mansion like the back of their hands by now. And it's definitely more difficult than 0. Speaking of which, we got 0. And think about Resident Evil 1, but the plot is more crazy. No, I liked it. I'm definitely interested in buying again so I can finish it, even though there are mixed reviews on it. Some people don't like the whole 2 survivors thing, but whatever. There's Revelations 2. I wasn't really impressed, and I don't really feel a need to buy it again to beat it. I got to up to chapter 2 with Barry, but then I just stopped playing, then got removed from Xbox Game Pass. And not that interested in buying it to finish it. It's pretty meh. I'm kind of indifferent on the game. Don't think it's good, don't think it's bad. Don't really have any positive or negative. It's not bad. It's not bad. But I'm going to leave it up to you whether you want to buy it or not. Oh, but one more thing. It basically rips off Saw. If you like Saw, then I guess you'll like this game. Finally, last but not least, put your hands together for arguably one of the best Resident Evil games and greatest remakes of all time. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you
Resident Evil 2.
I don't have to explain myself on this one. And I won't. I can't wait for the remake and to buy this game and play it again. Well, there you have it, folks. Why I love Resident Evil. Sorry it took so long. I got off track, but the Christmas video and Thursday's video will be up this week on time. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time.
Missing someone